Good evening and thank you for joining us on this Friday. I'm Jerika Duncan in for Norah. We begin tonight with a search for answers following that tragic outcome for the submersible that went missing in the Atlantic. Officials say a catastrophic implosion destroyed the vessel and killed all 5 people on board. Well, family members and others are now questioning how and why the expedition was allowed to go ahead with its design and lax safety measures. The U.S. Coast Guard has reportedly declared the incident to be a, quote, major marine casualty and will lead the investigation into the cause of the implosion. An international team of ships with advanced underwater equipment remain on site to scour the ocean floor for more debris and evidence of the doomed vessel. CBS's Roxana Saberi leads off our coverage tonight from Boston. Roxana, good evening.
Good evening, Jerika. Both Canada and the U.S. have now launched investigations into the implosion of the Titan. The tragic end of the submersible and its passengers is also raising questions about whether the company operating it took shortcuts on safety.
The search for the submersible survivors is now a search for answers, as investigators analyze debris found on the ocean floor to find out what went wrong.
Well, you can X-ray pieces to check for tiny cracks that might develop in the metal. And
David Marquet is a retired Navy submarine captain.
it's going to be hard to distinguish, well, was this because it blew apart?
The Coast Guard says the 22-foot Titan broke into fields of debris, including its nose cone and both ends of the pressure hull, made of carbon fiber and titanium. The hull likely imploded under what Marquet says is water pressure amounting to the weight of the Empire State Building.
Did carbon fiber present a risk?
We don't have a lot of experience. What happens when it gets frozen and compressed and then warmed and relaxed?
Titanic director James Cameron is an expert on deep water exploration. He also felt the use of carbon fiber posed a risk.
I was very suspect of the technology that they were using. I wouldn't have gotten in that sub.
There are growing questions tonight that safety concerns were ignored by OceanGate CEO Stockton Rush, who was piloting the Titan and is among those killed. Here he is brushing off warnings in 2021.
I mean, the carbon fiber and titanium, there's a rule you don't do that. Well, I did. It's picking the rules that you break that are the ones that will add value to others and add value to society.
Deep sea expert Rob McCallum says Rush also dismissed his safety concerns.
He took it as a personal insult, a personal threat. No one should ever take safety as a personal threat.
Now family members of the 5 people killed in the Titan implosion are mourning their loved ones. John Pascal lost his stepfather, Paul-Henri Nargeolet.
I think it means a lot that he spent his final moments, near a scene in the world that meant so much to him.
And we're learning more about the Navy picking up the sound of an implosion on Sunday after the Titan lost contact. A Navy official tells CBS News that detection was not definitive, so the search continued until the submersible's debris was found. Jerika?
Roxana, thank you for all your reporting out there this week.